Hey everyone, it's Jill here. Um, Today I'm answering a question or a comment from Lucy in the Peace of Mind group, Facebook group, um, who she asked, can you talk about what it means to feel overwhelmed? Why do we get overwhelmed so easily, and how can the three principles help? I'm a really busy mum, though I am trying to be less busy and let my wisdom guide me. It's easy to have lots of practical things on my to-do list and feel overwhelmed easily, which can fall into anxiety. Thanks for any help. So, overwhelm, as probably many of you know, is is thought, like everything. It's a whole bunch of thoughts on our mind about, it tends to be a lot of shoulds. I should be doing this. We what happens is we think we need to keep everything straight in our heads or we won't do anything. And so, we just keeping this constant list going in our minds about what we need to do, and then, if we don't do it, then we feel guilty over it. All these thoughts come in, but it's all made up, right? It's all these shoulds and stuff are all made up. Animals go about their lives without their to-do lists, and even they raise their young. Lucy said she's a busy mom, but the animals raise their young without their to-do lists and without being overwhelmed by it, because it's a natural thing to do. The what happens for humans is, we have our thinking mind, and we believe we need to do certain things in order to raise our kids properly, and how much of that is all made up, or from other people telling us, our mothers perhaps, or our neighbors, or other people we know, just telling us all the different ways we need to raise our kids, or whatever it might be. And that adds more thought on top of it. And then we might be working or have a house that's getting to be a wreck, especially with little kids. But it's still, all the rules and all the shoulds that create overwhelm are made up. I mean, there's certain things obviously we have to do. We have to feed our kids, change their diapers and, stuff like that. That that are the necessities in life. But beyond that, like, does the house really have to be clean? No. I mean, it has to be safe for the children. How much of the stuff that you're feeling overwhelmed with is really a necessity, or is it just a made up necessity in your mind because that's how you grew up, or you thought you grew up, or that's what your mother tells you, or, or 100 million things. It's shoulds. We have all these shoulds on our mind. And then until our head explodes, because we can only hold so much in our heads. So really, that's the bottom line with overwhelm. Most of it, I'm just looking to see if there's anything I missed on the question, but I would say look at the shoulds, right? That you believe you really do need to do, and see if it's true, or if it's just somehow a made up thing based on whatever your conditioning, that you think you won't be a good mom if you don't do it, or it's just the way you believe it needs to be, because it's all made up. Like, there's no one way to raise kids, there's no one way to have a life, there's no one way to do anything, and we make ourselves crazy by thinking there is. I'll leave it at that, and catch you tomorrow. Bye.